Kukira kamu yang akan temani aku. Kukira kamu yang akan selalu ada. But in reality it's not the same. What I fear came true. I have to be strong to let you go. I'm so lonely, I'm feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. I'm so lonely, I'm feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. Kukira lagumu yang menemani aku. Kukira laut kau berani seberangi untukku. I have to be strong. I'm so lonely, I'm feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. I'm so lonely, I'm feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. I'm so lonely, feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. I'm so lonely, feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. I'm feeling guilty when I let you go. I'm so lonely, I'm feeling lonely. Hanya sepi yang menemani. Guilty to let you go. Kukira kamu yang akan selalu ada.
Emma, Elliott, hello. Emma, please.
Hi, Emma. Welcome.
Please have a seat. Thank you so much for that song.
Thank you
To
so
serenade us with quite a heartbreak song.
But sentimental for the beginning of
I
our
know,
hour, right? But
yeah.
it was really good. So thank you for coming to our studio.
Thank you so much for having
This is your first time coming to see today, right?
It is.
Okay, so that was a performance from Emma Elliott, who sang her newest single, Lonely. So, Emma, why did you write this particular song? Because it's quite depressing.
It is a pretty sad theme. I
So,
would
what was
say.
actually the background story of this?
Well, I guess you could say like at the time I was feeling a little lonely. I guess you could say like I took a break from school and wanted to focus on my music career, and I think that kind of step into that journey can be a little bit lonely. And at the time I was working with Ilham Baso, and I was just thinking of themes to write about.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came about my head was that I was feeling a little lonely.
Feeling lonely.
I'm sorry, but how old are you?
I'm 19.
19.
Okay.
So you were born when the age of digital was actually big already. So in this digital era, a lot of singers, musicians coming in the platform of music, which not only one platform, but various platforms. And I think like more than hundreds, if not thousands of musicians in the world at the moment. Why did you choose the path in music? Because by that you have a lot of competitors, right?
Yes. Well, I think with, the competitors, there's also just so much opportunity. I mean, that's why so many people are on there, right? But I mean, me starting out in music just started just because I loved it so much.
Right.
I loved to sing. It's just, I mean, I've always been a little bit of a quiet, shy girl, and singing was just a way for me to be able to express myself beyond just like
Right.
talking with.
So talking about competition though, that you pointed out, it is extremely hard to compete, right? I mean, in terms of the number of singers, the numbers of, not only Indonesian singers who sing in Indonesia, but also international singers who want to penetrate their reach into Indonesia, right? So, but one of the shortcut, quote unquote shortcut, is by joining like talent search or like music competition that we have on our TV channels, right? And that, to be the case of many singers, many young singers, get the fast track. Why are you planning to join such a competition, or is it just not your path to join one and you choose to focus on singing and creating music
Or like
your own?
in a short story, I'm gonna do it my way.
Or are you thinking that way?
Well, I think when I was younger, it was something that I considered, but I think when I was younger, I just didn't really have the kind of personality to go up and be competing with all these other people. I think for me, it just feels more, I guess, comfortable to just write music based on what I like, and then just to put that out for other people to listen to and enjoy.
That's a good mentality, though, because I've got like several singers who they were groomed from this kind of competition, and they made it, right? They made it, and they become a very successful in a quite short period of time. And to me, it was quite inviting. For young girls like you to join that, to get the fast track.
Because
you choose that way, that's a good mentality.
Because it's quite a leverage, right, to join a talent competition, and so getting a shortcut, sort of, I'm not going to say it in a bad way, but in a good way, like shortcut to the certain level of career. But okay, let's get back into your single "Lonely." So it was telling the story of that time of you taking a break from school and focus on your music. But what is the particular message that you want to say to your listeners when it comes to the single "Lonely"?
I think something I get a lot from people especially after I sing this song, is that they just feel really sad and they just feel really lonely. But I feel like sometimes that kind of feeling can be looked at as quite a negative feeling. And for me, as someone I feel like, because I'm also introverted, it's just I spend so much time on my own, and I don't feel like that necessarily can be such a bad thing to feel. I think for a lot of people that are going through that part of their life where they're feeling, a little lonely, and maybe they don't want to feel it, I hope listening to this song could just help you embrace that part of yourself. Because I don't think it's something that you should try to push away. I don't think you should try
Maybe
to push
it's a companion for their loneliness.
Exactly.
But that's a good thing that the loneliness comes from taking a break from school, right? Not from because you get abandoned or you get left by
No,
your
not
boyfriend,
necessarily,
right?
no.
Okay, so you are a true talent, because I just read some article that you also did acting back in 2016, starring at Genie Sinetron, right?
Yes.
All right, so you shifted, or it's a career diversification from acting to singing. Is that right? Or you still do both?
Well, to be fair, like I've just always loved singing, and I actually got into acting because of singing, because I did musicals and things like that. So they were intertwined, and I think that Genie Sinetron was actually just kind of like, how do I say it, like something that I kind of just wanted to try at the time.
Right.
So I don't think I was necessarily thinking about becoming an actress.
Okay.
But I think that opportunity definitely made me very interested in acting as well.
So talking about Lonely though, this is not your first single, right? It's your second.
Yes.
And prior to Lonely, you wrote Movie, a single called Movie. What separates them? What makes them different?
Oh, they're so different. Movie is definitely very pop,
Pop. Okay.
pop and upbeat, and I guess it's got a bit of a deeper message. I would probably say.
From movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how was your listeners reacting to your new single, Lonely?
Oh, I mean, most of them just, say it's pretty sad to listen to. I've heard a lot of pretty good positive responses to it as well, though. Yeah.
So talking about Lonely still, how involved have you been in the production, in the songwriting process?
Well, I was involved in the workshopping process of this, so I worked with Ilham to make the lyrics and make the melody of it. So I guess, you could say that was how much I did.
Okay, who produced the song? I mean, the whole productions, and also, do you have any vocal arranger or music arranger for this?
Yeah. So my producers for the song were the same with Movie. Asta Andoko from Ran and
Ran,
Handi
yes.
from Soul 5.
Ah,
are my
producers.
of course,
Wonder.
you're in a good hands.
Thank you.
Right, so talking about artists who inspire you, who are there and who do you look up to? And how they inspire you in music so that you become, yourself today?
Yeah, this question is always so difficult for me because I feel like, again, like you said before, there's so many artists, especially new coming artists, that I'm constantly getting inspiration from. But I think in terms of getting into songwriting, there's an artist called Conan Gray.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. I really liked him since he just did covers on YouTube and stuff. And I don't know, there was such huge potential for him to become a solo artist. And now he's, gone so big, and it's inspiring to see a journey like that obviously unfold. So I think my first answer would be him, but I honestly listen to so many.
Yeah, talking about, artists who come from YouTube like Charlie Puth, Teddy Swims, they come from YouTube.
Even
doing cover.
Our
right?
own Raisa started
Even
on
Raisa.
YouTube,
And
right?
now they're as big as,
Yeah, as you can see at the moment.
Right.
But okay, in that sense, because you were saying that you have no particular. It's a hard question always when it comes to inspirations and ideas to your music. So then, can you describe how your music is, or how do you want your music to be perceived as?
That's quite difficult, but I think in terms of lyrics, I always want to make it so that a majority of people can relate to it, because I think music for me is always so comforting, and it definitely helps me get through hard times. So I want my music to, in any kind of way or genre, just kind of reflect that, I think, for me.
Right. So music in English is, although it's not new, right? It's not a new phenomenon. But back then in the days, there was Mocha who wrote English and quite successful.
We should say uncommon.
Uncommon,
Right?
exactly.
Right.
But nowadays, how do you see Indonesian people in accepting English songs today? Like, are they quite receptive, or is it going to be, a big bang?
I think it's pretty acceptive, because I know a whole bunch of people that listen to quite old artists, even from the 90s, and they're all Western music, like the Beatles and can't think of any more, but artists like that. I definitely think that it is possible. I also know that it's not just English music, but I feel like there's also a bunch of Korean music that a lot of Indonesians are really acceptive about as well. I just feel like in terms of global music, I think it's
Pretty much favorable.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so for the next set of stories, we'll continue after the break, so please do not go anywhere, or else we'll feel lonely.